Welcome to the Lightning Round, brought to you by Moviga. I'm Steven with your weekly source for all things movies, video games, and more, so grab your ponchos and let's catch up on this week's news. Esteemed director Robert Zemeckis is reuniting with Tom Hanks and Robin Wright Penn for his next movie titled Here. Here follows the life of a couple over the course of generations, literally from the dawn of time. And the kick is, the camera literally never moves. From one spot, we'll see a dinosaur eat some leaves, and then Tom Hanks changing a light bulb. Zemeckis is eager to experiment with this unique take on filmmaking, saying he has a, quote, restlessness in trying. I'm thinking maybe he just couldn't afford a camera guy with all the de-aging CGI they're having to do on Hanks, but I am interested in this movie. I'm all for trying new things, and I've always wanted to be a fly on the wall, so it could be incredible. Ubisoft CEO confirms multiple Assassin's Creed remakes are in the work that will breathe new life into earlier titles. I guess I'm okay with this. Earlier AC games are classics, but I can't say I woke up this morning thinking we need more Assassin's Creed games to be released. Bruce Timm, whom I love and have great respect for after his work on my childhood shows like Batman the Animated Series, Superman the Animated Series, and Justice League, boasts about his new project, Caped Crusader, and the freedom he'll have to tell a Batman story for an older audience. He said, quote, "We didn't have the same kind of limitations that we had back in the 90s where it was made specifically for a children's audience. But Tim, the 90s were awesome, dude. And you tried this method with the Killing Joke movie and everyone was disgusted. The problem is, the trend nowadays is to bring back characters from our childhood and put them in a modern story. But for me, personally, it often ruins the characters and makes them seem like completely different people when suddenly they can say the F word and cut people's heads off. I used to watch Little Bear as a kid, but I'm not trying to see him as broken middle-aged bear mourning the death of his forest friends, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, all that being said, I'm keeping an eye out. I appreciate what Bruce Timm did with the OG series, so we'll see how this turns out. Well, it looks like the storm has passed. Be sure to check out the Moviga Podcast wherever you listen to podcasts and find even more nerdy stuff at movigapodcast.com, where we are talking all things movies, video games, and more. I'm Steven, and thanks again for joining me this week for The Lightning Round.